everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are here with another episode of Deconstructing Disney, and we're going to be working on mine and Will's trip from 2014. So I'm very excited about this project, and I was going to space these videos out a little bit more, but I've been working on it a lot, and I thought I'm just going to throw another video up. So I hope that you guys are enjoying it, but they probably will eventually be spaced out a little more, maybe just a couple a month. I don't want to crazy saturate my channel with just these, but they're so much fun to work on right now, and I've just been excited about doing this project. But if you haven't seen my first video, I will link it below. What I'm doing is I am deconstructing my previous Disney albums. I know I read some of the comments. I know that some of you were like cringing when I was kind of ripping apart my old albums, but I promise it's for a good cause. I'm really happy now with the way that this album is turning out. And I just think that all in all, in the long run, this will be so much better because I really want to enjoy my projects and my albums, as I look at them. So basically, the concept is that I am taking apart or deconstructing old Disney albums that I previously made years and years ago when I went on these trips, and I am putting everything into one 12 by 12 album and kind of just doing an overview of all of our past trips. So that is the plan. So for this one, this was a trip, like I said, from 2014, another kind of long weekend type trip. We did go to 3 parks this time. So this is our first day, and we made our way to Epcot, which was the first time that we had gone to Epcot together. So that's pretty exciting. So a lot of my pictures are kind of showing our hotel where we stayed at Art of Animation this time, and I loved the Little Mermaid section that we were staying in, so I had to include a few of those photos. And then there's some other pictures just of us exploring Epcot and getting treats, and we just had like a half day there, so we just did a few things, but great trip. And I love Epcot, so it's a definitely like must go to park for me now, but this was whenever I was kind of a noob to the Disney parks, but we had a wonderful time. So at first you just saw that I changed out this title card. So at first I had a card that had the castle on it, but then I was like, no, we're at Epcot. I don't need really a card with the castle. I'll save that one. And I found this card that just happened to say like eat, drink, and be merry. So I thought that worked out great for Epcot because of course they have, all of the restaurants for all of the countries and drinking around the world and all of those things that they offer. So I just added some little alphas at the top that says like, let's go, eat, drink, and be merry at Epcot. So I thought that that turned out pretty cute. I'm adding some washi just for something a little more exciting, and I decorate that card a little bit more, but I'm really glad that it dawned on me that I didn't need the castle card for this page. But yeah, so another thing that I was going to touch on was that my journaling. So I had a comment in the last video, was I doing my journaling like present day, like an overview, or am I doing it as if I'm writing it right then? So I am doing my journaling as if I'm writing it that year, like right after the trip, because what I did was, since I did already have all of this documented, I just reread my old journaling and kind of summarized it. I didn't write it word for word, but I summarized it and added some of my stories onto the new cards. And before I go on to this page, one of the things I read about that I had totally forgotten was that when we went to Epcot, we saw Frankie Grande, Ariana Grande's brother, who to us is probably a bigger celebrity than Ariana because we are crazy Big Brother fans. And this was like right after their season, or his season, when he was on Big Brother. And huge deal, and it was super fun, but we didn't go up to him because a couple other people noticed him right before us, and we didn't want to be annoying, but it was still like a fun memory to be like, oh, that time that we saw Frankie at Epcot. So I'm really glad that I did have that old journaling so that I would remember something like that. So okay, now we're moving on to the next day where we spent the entire day at Magic Kingdom. So I decorated this little title card with some of my ephemera pieces from Social Paper Plan, and I'm just putting 2014 here at the bottom. The pictures that I adhered in the middle were some Instax photos from Cinderella's Royal Table. So we went there for breakfast again this year. And I decided that I wanted to try to get selfies with all of the princesses. And I got them to sign my Polaroids at the bottom. So I thought that that was kind of fun and it's a nice memento. And honestly, I never look at these albums and I had completely forgotten that I did that. So I was pretty excited whenever I remembered that. So then we have the Dole Whip float at the top, a picture of me and Will by the beautiful castle, and I met Stitch in Tomorrowland by the People Mover, which is one of my favorite rides. So that's exciting as well. So I loved this card. All of the majority of these cards are still from In a Creative Bubble, and that one was from like a conversation themed pack, but I used a stamp from Social Paper Plan, a really cute little outline of Mickey, of like the Mickey head at the top, and did my journaling again. And of course, I had to use the Dole Whip ephemera piece at the bottom. So I love the way that that all turned out as well. And then whenever I have a few random little photos that I do still want to document, I'm just adding in all kinds of little like additional pages, So inserts, that's the word I'm looking for. So I had a Polaroid of that same Stitch encounter, so I included that, a selfie, and the pizza that we ate. And then down here at the bottom, I used a card from In a Creative Bubble that says Birthday Stories, and that's a picture of me with my little birthday cupcake from our Cinderella's Royal Table breakfast. So I wanted to include that picture. And the Instax, whenever you take them like landscape, they of course are a little bigger than the 3x4 size card if you want to put them in like long ways. So I decided I would use this 4x6 card so that I could fit it on there. So I just wrote yay, and then I'm going to add a little bit of journaling underneath that little subtitle. And also here I'm adding a few little stamps to the bottom of that Polaroid just to give it a little bit of like embellishing, something a little more exciting. But I love adding these inserts. I think that they're really fun, and I'm excited to document these trips. I've really been kind of reliving all of these memories, and it's been so fun because I just haven't really looked at any of these photos in so long. And like I had mentioned before, I'm the only person that looks at these pictures, but I really do look through my albums quite a bit. So I've had a lot of fun throughout this, kind of flipping through and, just enjoying my photos, which is what a lot of the fun of scrapbooking is, right? So I really think that I've made the right decision with taking on this project. So here's a couple other cute pictures of me and Will. I love LeFou's Brew, so that's what I have there from Gaston's Tavern. If you haven't had it, it's kind of like a fancy apple juice drink. It has kind of a fruity foam on top, so it kind of looks like a beer because it's from Gaston's Tavern, like a tavern. But of course, it's non-alcoholic in the Magic Kingdom and all of that. But it's really tasty. So I love that photo, and I was excited to get that in here. But the majority of these pictures, actually, besides the Instax, came from my Instagram, and they're actually pretty highly edited from the time I would really add those light leaks and all that kind of stuff on my photos. Like this one, you can kind of see it around the edges, but it is what it is. Those are the pictures that I have, and I'm happy that I have any photos to document. So this is my last full 12 by 12 spread. I do have one other insert after this, but this is from our third day when we went to Animal Kingdom. So I really loved some of the cards that I chose for this one. I think the rainbow card is actually Paper Person, but the rest are once again from In a Creative Bubble. So I really like these. I love the Thought Bubble card with all of the different colors, and it matched that rainbow card so perfectly. So once again, I have a few Instax. I was really into Instax pictures on this trip because all of these Instax that you see are actually from my camera. Like I didn't reprint them later. They were taken, at the park with the Instax camera. So I was really into that at that point because I have so many pictures, Instax pictures from this trip. But I must have forgotten to cut this little part out. Sorry about that. But So here I am, I'm adding another cute little Mickey popsicle from Social Paper Plan, and then I'm just adding my title, which is Animal Kingdom, to this card. Of course, some of the new tape that I got, it whenever you do the impression from the label maker, it does it in white and not black. So it's a little hard to read. But I don't know if they're always white now that I'm thinking of it, because of course the black tape would be white. But anyways, it's a little hard to read, but of course you can read it better in real life, so it's fine. This was just a cute, random, I think, like happy, positive day type card from In a Creative Bubble. But I love the little peace sign, and I'm always throwing up the peace sign back then, especially. So I thought it worked out perfectly. And I like that card that looks like a little cell phone. It's just so cute. So now I'm just adding my journaling about the day. I love Animal Kingdom. I did just switch out this card, but I love Animal Kingdom, and we always have so much fun there. And we've basically, I think, gone to Animal Kingdom on every single trip. So I just love it. Like I've mentioned before, Dinosaur is one of my very favorite rides. And of course, they have the safari and so many fun things at Animal Kingdom. I swear it always feels hotter there, but it's just such a great time. And we had so much fun exploring that park. I did add the orange bird to the bottom just because I thought that it matched. There's other orange on this page, and I just thought that it was cute. But there's that one. It came together pretty quickly. And then the last thing that I'm going to work on is an insert. So another thing that we did at Animal Kingdom was we ate at the Tusker House. So I was super excited about this experience because it's like a dining experience where you can meet the characters. So I'd only done for character dining Cinderella's Royal Table, right? And that one's honestly a little stressful because you have to talk to the princesses and, they're people. This one is way less stress if you're like not wanting to people that day that much and like carry on funny conversations with like Jasmine or something, because Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, they don't talk back to you, they're just like pantomiming. So it was a lot of fun to get a lot of fun pictures, and it's like a buffet style breakfast, and we just had a blast. So I had a card at the top that says Food Ventures, and I added Tusker House, added a little bit of journaling, and a cute little autograph book from Social Paper Plan, because of course I got a little birthday card where they had autographed it for me, which is so cute. And basically all of my pictures from this event were just in stacks. Like I said, I was just all about that camera. But I have a few pictures here of me with some characters. And then I had a lot of the landscape photos. So what I decided to do was I took this 4x6 card. I cut a little piece out of the same pattern paper so that you wouldn't really be able to tell that it was like an additional piece on top. I'm adhering it, but I kept the top open so that it can be like a little pocket. So you're going to see in a second, I slip all my little pictures in there. So that's just a fun way to hold more photos if you don't mind just pulling them out and not really showing them off in a layout. So I thought that that was cute. I add a few embellishments and pretty much finish this one up. But one thing that I do before I complete this is I'm going to, as I've done in previous videos, I'm going to make a little slit in my actual page protector, and I think I do that here just so that whenever I'm flipping through the album, I'm able to pull the photos out of the album as well, because otherwise they're stuck inside the page protector. So I'm just using my little mat just to help not press down too much, but press down enough to go through and everything. And that's it for this one. So I will show you really quickly everything that I just worked on. And once again, just like that, we got 2014 in the books, completed, and I'm so excited about it. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you did, please subscribe, please give me a like, and I will be back at you soon with our next trip in 2015. So thanks again, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.